Hello, hello. Hello, we are currently live. This is Jimmy from Spin Retro, and today we're going to take a look at Android 8.1 version 2 that was released on December 23rd, 2020. I'm going to continue live streaming from yesterday. I'm also going to try to install Pegasus front end for Android. Let me see if I could maybe do this. All right, just trying to set up. So I just finished downloading the metadata for Pegasus. And if you guys want to follow along and try to install Pegasus with me, that would also be kind of fun. So let's go ahead, go to Mix app. And install Pegasus APK file, which you can download from Pegasus website. This is not available on Google Play Store. Okay, let's go ahead, press done. Let's transfer some files. Not gonna boot into Pegasus Launcher yet. And if you guys have any questions, leave it in the chat and we'll try to answer your questions. If you have any games that you want me to test, we'll also go ahead do that as well. All right, so you should be able to see my screen now. All right, so we're going to download this Retroid Pocket Switch theme, which looks pretty cool. So we'll download this. Oh, I already did, never mind. So, and also if you want to download Pegasus, you can go to the website, pegasus-frontend.org, and go to download, go over to Android, and download the stable release. And then, a thing about Pegasus is that you can't set this, you can't configure this from the device. So you would have to alter the metadata on the text file. But there is a guy who configured the metadata for us. So I'm just gonna continue from this guy's metadata to save some time. So he just registered all the emulator for us, so we don't have to enter these. Let me see. So for his Game Boy Advance, it's using RetroArch 1.5 GP SP core. Dreamcast, I don't have Raycast, so this might not work. I would have to change that up to Flycast. MAME, I have MAME for Droid, so that should be okay. I didn't download, I don't think I downloaded any of these cores. I do have Nintendo 64, Mupen 64 Plus FC, so that should be okay. Super Nintendo 2002, but I was using 2005, so I get 2002 is better. But we'll see. All right, guide for the newbies. Let me just catch up with that. Okay. Enable APK installation, so install the APK. I already did that. Download the metadata pack. I did that. The folder should look like that. And download RP2 adaptive theme for Pegasus. I have also did that. And putting it into an SD card. Let's copy the ROM folder in the SD card and go to the next step. Using the USB cable, blah, 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 blah. So within ROMs, we're gonna drag and drop rp-switch folder inside the Pegasus frontend themes folder. So let's go ahead and do that first. You're not gonna see my folder. Let me enable that. Just join what is Pegasus. So Pegasus is a front-end launcher on Android. Let me show you what it looks like. So you download the APK file from this website, and you can make it look like this. So you can launch games from this front end, and this will launch your emulators to play the game. So instead of you going into individual emulators, this will kind of act as your front end. So you don't see all the emulators, you just see this one uniform, I guess, theme, and you just select your games from here. It's just a little bit of a pain to set up, but once you set it up, it looks really nice, as you can see here. Okay. So let me just access my folder. So right now I'm unzipping. You can't see this, but I am unzipping Pegasus-RP2 metadata master. I'm also unzipping RP-switch theme. I'm going to transfer this over to my SD card. Let me check the internal storage. Let me share the... Yeah, let me share the screen actually. Okay. All right, so I am looking into my internal shared storage. Let's see where Pegasus is installed. Let me read here. So you can do this in two different ways. We're gonna use a USB cable. As soon as RB2 is plugged in, we have done that. Drag and drop the ROMs folder to the root folder. Drag and drop. Okay. Let's do that first. So let's go to my D drive. And get the ROM folder to, let me just check. Is this internal storage? Let me see. So we are dropping into the internal storage. And drag and drop RP-switch theme inside the Pegasus front end. Okay. So we want to go to Pegasus and drop this folder to our internal storage under Pegasus front end folder. Okay, so we have done that. Configuring Pegasus. So go to general. Okay, so we can finally use the Retroid Pocket 2. Sorry, I'm all over the place. So just joined. No. Shiva says hi. Hello. Jerry says hi. I just come to say thanks for your tutorial on the Retroid Pocket 2. Congrats from friends. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you very much. Shiva says, can you download any GBA game from Retroid Pocket 2 app? You mean, are you talking about the Retroid OS app? Yeah, I believe they do have a game market app. I mean, game market store from their Retroid OS. But I don't recommend playing from Retroid OS because it's a little clunky and buggy. So if possible, try to stay on Android. Let's find Pegasus app that I installed. Where are you? It's right here. Let me drag it out. Drop it there. Let it load. Okay, it's not exactly what I saw in the screenshot, so I guess I have to set that up. So how do I access the setting? Well, hitting B just exit out the launcher. Let me go back to the website. So open Pegasus frontend with mouse pointer off. Okay, so that's what I need to do. So I'm in gamepad mode. Press B to go to settings. There you go. Okay. So we can maybe choose. We can't choose the theme yet. So go to general themes. Select the themes you want. You should see in there Switch OS. I don't see it. Let me check the internal storage again. Oh, so I need to rename the folder. Yeah, it looks like I have to rename the folder to rp-switch. Upload the folders to Pegasus frontend slash theme. So I need to put it inside a new folder named theme. So I'm gonna have to create themes and drag and drop rp-switch into themes folder. So Shiva says I was gonna buy RP2 in May 2021. You're gonna buy RP2 like 5 months from now? How come? That is pretty far from today. By then you might, get, a different handheld. Because I know a lot of new Android handhelds are coming out in 2021. Okay, so let me exit out Pegasus and re-enter Pegasus. Oh, cool. So it detected the switch theme. Um, what else do I need to do? Open Pegasus, go to settings, general, select the theme, and that's it. So that was all I had to do for Steam. Ooh, that is pretty. That is looking pretty nice. So we can choose the dark theme and the white. I guess the regular theme. I'm really digging the dark theme. So let me just give a proper credit to who made this. This is made by Dragoon Doris. This is a nice theme. So Shiva, you're saying I am only 14 and my mom told me that she could buy me Retroid Pocket 2 on my birthday. This is a worthy, handheld. You're getting a good handheld right there. It's a bit of a pain to set this up, but once you set this up, should run pretty well. So I'm not exactly sure how to set up all the emulator launcher. Let's try to read how to set this up. Okay, so I need to go to settings and set game directory, add new. ROMs. Let's try with SNES. And then See if that does it. Would you like to reload the game list now? This may take some time. That didn't work. Must be doing something wrong. Hey, David. Not sure what's going on, but I don't want to bore you guys, so I'll do something fun. All right, so I've downloaded a bunch of Android games, and we'll try them today. So let's try Dokkan. Dokkan is one of the gacha games that I played. And you need a vertical phone to play this, but somehow it lets me use it on this landscape mode screen. It's a little glitchy, but it works. Yeah, I haven't got it to work yet, but you know, I'm gonna figure it out later. Don't want to waste your time. Think does Dragon Ball Legends work? That's a good question. Let me see if that's, you know, at all available for download. Let's try checking that first. Looks like Dragon Ball Legends is not available. It probably needs a higher Android version. So I went ahead and finished the tutorial on the new account so we can do a 10 pull. The screen is really small, but I have more than 50 Dragon Stones. So we can do a quick 10 pull here. Oh, it looks like we got 10 more here. 14 more. Nice. This game is very free to play friendly, even though I used a lot of money on this. My main account, I think I have almost all characters, all the LRs. I think I spent too much time on this. Okay, let's do a summon. So, I think I have about 82 stones. So I'm seeing, so this wasn't a banner I saw before. We should probably do, oh, the annual, the Terabana, what was it? The New Year's Terabana banner, it ended. I was gonna do that, but unfortunately that ended. All right, bye, David. So we can try doing this. So we should be able to do 20, 30. We're lacking some, but we should be able to do this. Let's try this. Yeah, I was pretty obsessed with Dokkan. Think I got over it now. I don't play that anymore. Oh, Whis. Will Whis come out? No, Whis didn't do anything. Of course. Okay, I got Boo Kid. A Kid Boo. Let's do another one. Wait, I'm not hearing the audio. I just noticed that. I think I didn't set it up correctly. Let me check it. Oh, the volume was low. There you go. Yeah, I can hear it too. Oh, it's lagging a little bit. We're getting all trash pulls. Oh! A Rosé! Goku Black Rosé. I used to be hunting for this card for a long time. I mean, I already, you know, have this card on my main account, but it's good to see that I pulled it this time. So since we are only 18 off, we wouldn't be able to do a school, but that was just a test run. So Doken plays well on Retroid Pocket 2. It's definitely playable. I think somebody wanted to see Free Fire. This is like this is PUBG like Android game. So today I found out that Open Morrowind, the Y-axis joystick problem, happened on Android 6 as well. And I believe that might have happened after Android 6 update, which happened after December 1st. So this Y-axis problem is not exclusive to Android 8.1. It might have been introduced after Android 6.0, which was introduced with the new gamepad mode app. So maybe they changed the profile name or something. So I already tried this app before. It's really laggy. It's unplayable. But I wanted to show it to you guys, so here it is. So while we're waiting, I'll make an infinity sign with my touch indicator to entertain you guys. Okay, we're done. So let's hit the guest button. Tap to begin. So we're in this main menu. It's loading all these ads and notification. Let's close all of these. Hello, Dom Sum Jr. Hello to you too. since you know these apps are running like at a bare minimum with this spec, 1.5 gigahertz, using 1 GB RAM. So if we upgrade to a little bit higher than that, everything's gonna run really well. Indian game? How do you know? I thought this was a Chinese game. So I just switched to the gamepad mode. My analog stick's not working. I guess we are starting the game. Yeah, I just checked that my left analog stick and right analog stick doesn't work. So I might have to use the Octopus app. For those who don't know what that app is, it basically maps your physical keys to the touch screen control, allowing you to essentially play any Android games with the touch control. Let me just click that button. Yeah, so I can't move. I have to use the touch control. But the game is running, so as long as the key mapping problem is resolved, this might be viable. Although it's a little laggy. Can you update on Mac? I don't think you can. I'm already hearing some fire, gunshots. Let me hide. Alright, so let me change it to the gamepad modes. Yeah, I can't move around, I can't look around. Although if I press B, it knows to duck. Pressing X makes me jump. So it has to do with how the gamepad is configured on this device. A makes me crouch. So I think the buttons are mapped correctly. Let me press R1, nothing happens. L1 makes me shoot. So I just have to figure out how to map. Okay, so let me exit out and see if I can launch with the Octopus app. Can't wait 2 seconds. I'm gonna click that skip button. Alright, so my game's Free Fire, so let me click that. If you want to play Free Fire for gamepad players, you can download Panda Gamepad Pro. Oops. I think I should continue playing with Octopus. So be aware of these like clickbait download app buttons. You just have to find the right one. So here too, it says something is, you know, broken, fix now. Don't click this, don't click that. Click skip or skip and never remind again. So buttons. So I never used this app to configure Free Fire before, but with my experience with other apps, they have already like some popular games like in there. So like these are already like configured for you. See, as you can see, like they already have this like profile, so I don't have to configure it myself. So I am done, and let's click OK and change to gamepad mode. Domsum Jr. asks, what are the best emulators for each console? I made a video on that, but just to briefly mention, you should be able to use RetroArch for most of the systems. there's a Retroid community wiki page that talks about all the cores, the right cores to download. So use that to configure your RetroArch. Okay, so I need to stay on mouse mode for now to get through the menu. So basically, DC emulator, you should use the standalone DC emulator, Flycast. And for Nintendo 64, use standalone Upin 64 FC emulator or the N64 OID emulator. For the GBA, you should be using the GBA icon RetroArch. It just crashed. Maybe I think that's because it has a bunch of other apps running in the background. So this is, you know, one of the problems of having low-end device. I was so close launching the game. You know, after this, I'll try playing Among Us using this Octopus app. Which N64 emulator is better? I think Mupin is better, but some people like using N64oid. But it doesn't stop you from having two emulators and try both. So I would recommend keeping both. There's not that many game that runs on, you know, this device. N64 emulation is still not that perfect, but most of the popular games like Pokemon Stadium, Mario 64, they run pretty well. Yeah, the game itself is not a bad game. It's one of the popular game. It's a copy of PUBG. And as you can see, this is a Cyberpunk theme because recently Cyberpunk 2077 launched. Yeah, it depends. Depends on which game you're playing. Sometimes N64 OID is the only option for some games. But for the most part, Upin runs most of the games fine. So try that first. And if that doesn't run, then you can just try N64 OID emulator. Oh my god, oh my god, it crashed again. I don't know what the problem is. I'm just gonna stop here and try something else maybe. Oh, well, I'll show you a game that runs. So yeah, this game somehow runs. This is Real Racing 3. It's a racing game on Android. It's free to download. Is N64oid free? Yes, it is. Both N64oid and Mupin 64 FC are free, and they're already pre-installed on the device. It comes pre-installed with the device. I'll get to N64 emulation in a minute. Okay, so this game is obviously very laggy. You know, we're like pushing this device to the limit. but it works. And it's not that bad. See, it's not, you know, it's not that smooth, but you know, it works. Okay, so that was real racing. Just wanted to show you that. Let's try let's try Among Us. But before that, let me show you the Escapist, because this is another good title to play on Retroid Pocket 2. This is a paid app that you can download from Google Play Store. I believe it's $2. So Dub says, any of you got an Embernic 350 or 351? I like how the Embernic 351 is, in my opinion, easier to get games running on. I suck at software, hence RP2 is confusing to me. That is true. That is a true statement. It's much easier to work with 351 or 350. I don't have 351, and I don't have 351 nor 350. But I do have a RG280V, which is the same operating system as 350. And I quite like my OpenDingwix OS running on RG280V. It's just plug in, pick up and play. Do you have a video on how to play arcade games? Because I want to play Street Fighter with my dad. Yeah, I have plenty of those videos. Check out my channel and go over to playlist and look for Retroid Pocket 2 guide. And in there, I talk about how to configure MAME for Droid emulator. And for MAME for Droid emulator, you can set up player 1, player 2, player 3, up to player 4 if you have a bunch of Bluetooth controllers. Wake up, Daniel, you're dreaming. So I'm seeing, not Armani, your link to the YouTube video. I'm trying to allow it because right now it's hidden because you are putting a website. And I'm pressing show button on the chat, but it's not working. Keep saying error, please try again, and it doesn't let me. But Domsum says he found the video, so we're good. Welcome to Center Perks. Move your escapist around with left stick. A is to interact, X is to pick up and put down objects such as desks and use weapons and tools. So this game runs really well. all the control, all the keys work. So this is another what to do in this game. So basically you are a convict and you need to escape this jail cell by getting items within the cell. You know, you can also buy like items from other convicts and work your ways to get out of the I should have played the tutorial instead, actually. Not Armani. How did you set up your stream layout to show your screen and have the Retroid order? So I use the capture card to put it into my PC. So basically I have a mini HDMI out. You know, the one that comes with the device. To my PC, and then I have OBS, which is the streaming software. You know, this is just an image. You know, I downloaded it and and configured it to fit my need. All right, so we're back to Octopus. I just wanted to try Among Us. I've never successfully used Octopus app so far, so where is Among Us? There you go. Let's try this out. Hopefully this works. Yeah, so basically you need the capture card. It's only like $20 on Amazon. Yeah, I recently started to live stream. Well, I've been live streaming other games, but it wasn't really popular. But I think a lot of the people like RP2 related live streams. So I'm doing it again. This is my second day of doing it. Let me click this thing. Do I need to configure anything here? I wanna just launch the game and just try it out. Is this... Oh, there you go. Okay. Okay, I just changed it to my keypad. It's not mapped right now, so I guess we have to map it on our own. So, gamepad, add a key map. Ah, this is a pro feature. Oh man. Looks like we can't. But in theory, this should work, right? Basically, map, left stick right over here, and, A button on here, maybe B button here. Key map this to X and Y, and you can just open these by pressing Y and X. I wish they could just make this controller compatible, so we don't have to worry about this. But actual gameplay wise, it's running very smoothly, no lag at all. So there is a video of someone who mapped Among Us with Octopus app. Maybe I should be, maybe I could do this with just a touch. Let me try this. Online. Let's play the public game. Join this guy's game. We are in. Our name is a player. Oh my god, it's gonna be a tough one to type. I can't even type. The keyboard doesn't pop up. I guess we're gonna be very silent. Shh. Oh. We're a crewmate. That guy left. Alright, what to do? Alright. Let's get down. Very suspicious. You know, what happened? Oh no. Well, what? Defeat? Did I get killed? I never played this game. I played only like twice with my friends. I forgot how to play this. But anyway, if you map it correctly, you can play this game. It's available on Google Play Store. That's all I wanted to show you guys. It's a shame that, you know, some games are already key mapped for Octopus, and some games you have to unlock the Pro feature in order to proceed. Yeah, so we'll take a look at N64 emulation. Where is MIPIN? Actually, before we do that, let's go to MAME for Droid, because we had somebody who wanted to know how to configure this. So basically, when you enter this game, it's not going to look like this, but once you finish configuring it, it's going to look like this. And just pick a game and, you know, press B. Press B to play it. That game that I selected didn't run because I had the wrong file maybe. So you can't run all games. You have to make sure that the ROM that you're running is compatible with MAME for Droid 0.139U ROM set, if that makes sense. So all you need to know is put the ROM in. If it doesn't run, then it doesn't run. There's no other way. So press select to put the coins in, press start to... How did you get your all apps panel to have anything but a white background? Let me go back. What do you mean by all apps panel to have anything but a white background? You mean this? Or this? Alright, let me turn down the volume. I don't see any white background. Impossible to hear. Are you talking about the game? Was the game too loud? Yeah, I'm on Android 8.1. Maybe that's why it's looking a little different than yours. Is this a good thing that Retroid Pocket 2 is running 8.1? I think so. You know, there are some, like, things that they did to the gamepad mode app so that my Open Morrowind is not running well. And also, you know how you change a mouse touch indicator mode and the mouse gamepad mode with long press home button? That kind of broke, so I had to go to the gamepad mode app and I changed the shortcut key to L2 and R2, and that kind of worked for me. So by pressing L2 and R2, I can just switch back and forth between the gamepad mode app and the mouse indicator. All right, how is the volume level now? How is it now? Martha is going crazy. Oh, you can't hear me? Alright, let me lower it more. How is that now? Is that okay? Can you still hear me? No, we can hear you. Okay. So we're good. I just got my RP2. Jason says, I just got my RP2, and even with all the tutorials, I can't get Dreamcast or N64 to play smooth at all. Really? Which game are you trying to run? Which game are you trying to run on N64? Yeah, I wasn't I wasn't talking at all. That's why I couldn't hear you. Nardi Cuss X is asking, so would you say emulators will get a bigger boost in performance because it is running 8.1 versus 6.0? No, there is really not much boost, if not at all, Like I don't see any boost in the emulation performance. But as you can see, jumping between like apps is much faster. Like it's much smoother, right? Like I can enter the app and like the loading of these images are faster. So in that sense, like overall experience wise, it is an improvement. Does Game Shark work on MuteBin? I never tried using Game Shark. But let me see if I can find that in the menu. And let me turn off Octopus. I can't turn it off. Okay, so is it under settings? Profiles, tools. Okay, I have no idea how to use Game Shark. How do I get 8.1? That is a good question. So you can't, unfortunately, you know how they promised they will allow this upgrade tool to just update to a new software, but they mentioned that they weren't able to easily do that because to fix the bug on 8.1 beta, they had to repartition the OS size. It used to take up about like 500 megabyte, but they realized it was too small for Android 8.1, so they increased it to a gigabyte, and that fixed that issue. So they had to repartition that OS, but because they're repartitioning it, they can't upgrade over the air using the upgrade tool, you have to manually flash it. So you're basically, reformatting the whole thing and manually flashing the firmware on top of this device. That's the only way. And I used a Retro Game Corp's guide to update my Android 8.1, and I had no issues. It took me like 10 minutes. At first, I was stressed because there were a lot of steps, and you had to download extra apps, not apps, the tools that you need to use. But it wasn't that bad. If you have all the right files, like, it's actually not that bad. It only took 10 games at 10 minutes. Do you recommend any games? I am 11 and is not interested in new games or consoles. For you, I recommend playing like any arcade games. If you want to play, yeah, I don't recommend playing like a lot of N64 games because the emulation isn't just that perfect. But let me see what I can recommend in N64. Well, the first, I would recommend the arcade game. For 11, let's see. You might, I don't know what you're into. Let's see if I can find something here. Well, of course, Game Boy Advance games are all good choices for you. What am I looking for? I am looking for Dungeon and Dragons. Where is it? Okay. His Retro Game Corp's guides are super good, and he also has a website that has all the written guides. Very, very helpful to the community. The Street Fighter Alpha games are also great, like Not Armani says. SNK versus Capcom also is a great game. Hunter says, do I have to restore my system key if I'm not going to use the Retroid OS? No, you don't have to restore it. Yeah, I don't use Retroid OS anyways, but then I still keep it just in case. But if you don't want to do that, yeah, go ahead, just trash it. And there is also still a way to recover that, even if you don't recover using the tool. You can contact Retroid sales team. You can contact Retroid sales team and ask for the code, and they will restore the key for you. But you just have to wait like a day or two, right, for them to contact you. So even if you don't restore it, it's fine. I actually talked to the developer, and that was their official response. So you don't have to worry about that, losing the key. So if you don't want to do that and keep Retroid OS, you don't need to do that. And yeah, this is one of the best arcade game. This is called Dungeon and Dragons. So to load MAME games, you just drag and drop the ROMs into the MAME folder on the SD card, correct? Um, so let me save. Okay. So when you first enter this app, it'll ask you where your emulation, where your default ROM path is, and they ask you, should I use default ROM path or you want to set your own? And answer set your own, and you can set that from. I gotta find that menu. General, yeah. So go to general, change ROM's path, and wait. Not sure why it doesn't let me. All right. So after you do that, you have to restart the app, and it'll ask you this question: do you want to use default ROM path? They said it's recommended, but press no because you want to have the ROMs in your SD card, right? Not in the internal storage. So after doing so, press up and go to storage and choose SD card 1. That is your external SD card. And go to your ROMs folder and look for your, main folder. I put mine on the FBA folder. So, okay, that's how you do it. Another great game is Ninja Baseball. Oh, wait, I can't find it. I think Armored Warriors are also good too. Hunter asks, so I can still use the virtual memory config though, right? I did back up my key during 8.1 install, so I'm good there. Thanks, lad. So basically, if you set virtual internal storage when you are on 6.0, you don't have to. That's a great news because what I actually did was I was on 6.0 and I set virtual internal storage. So I had most of my apps, I mean, almost all of my apps were in my SD card, right? My SD card was acting as internal storage. So once I upgraded to 8.1, all that files in that SD card storage didn't get deleted. So once I switched over to 8.1 and went to the settings, oh, not settings, I mean toolbox app. And when you go to virtual internal storage setting, uh, you just have to click enable and it just restores all the app that you installed on 6.0. So you don't have to reinstall anything. Like, and all of these apps, I didn't have to reinstall on 8.1. You know how that is one of the steps, like installing the pre-install that is sh or reinstall everything manually. You don't have to do that if you set virtual internal storage in 6.0. That will just get transferred over to 8.1 without it being deleted. Yeah, Final Fight, Streets of Rage, they're all great titles. Is Dig a new front end? It's not. Dig comes with pre-installed on the device. It's free to download. and you can buy like premium features to enable premium features, but it's not really necessary. I currently have Switch theme installed. Do I have a dig tutorial? I don't. I think a lot of the YouTubers already posted a tutorial on dig, how to set up dig. So I really never bothered to do it. But it's really easy to set up. Reset collection is one of the new ones on Android. It's $5. I purchased it. I tried using it. I used the default theme for it. I didn't like it, and it wasn't grabbing the images of the system. Like for example, like PlayStation Portable PSP. I thought PSP was very common, but they don't have an art like art image for PSP system. So I thought, why bother pay $5 and they still don't have the images for these systems. So either use this free to download launcher or Pegasus launcher, which I am trying currently. I haven't figured it out how to really set it up yet. But look at this. This not only is a launcher of all the Android apps. I haven't configured, the system so it doesn't show other systems here. But look at this. It looks so clean, and this can be your main launcher. You don't even have to you don't have to enter the Android OS. This is actually the launcher of Android. So you don't have to even go to your emulators and stuff. So this looks pretty clean. Dig front end also looks pretty clean. It's just sometimes clunky. If you have a lot of ROMs, it takes forever for it to scrape all the images. Yeah, no chance for PlayStation 2. Yeah, no chance. What is your favorite front loader? Dig is my favorite so far, but but I don't really use front end that much. I like to just use standalone emulators and just choose the app that I want to play and go into it. But I started configuring Pegasus today and it looks really nice. So I might try to learn how to set this. You can also have a dark theme and light theme. Oh, okay. So I guess Reset Collection is doing their job, doing their work. A lot of the people were worried of Dig because the developer stopped updating this system, but they just recently started to work on Dig front end. Configuring this is pretty easy. You can just click the menu. Not that menu. Not that menu. Where am I? Oh, like go to enter like an emulator. If you want to configure this emulator, just click that menu, scroll down to click manage system, and choose the emulator that you want to launch into. So if you want to launch into gbc.emu or my old boy free, you can set that and it'll launch into that emulator. Not sure if this is gonna work because I haven't set my old boy free yet. Okay. So that's how it works. Let's try again. Let's try this again from the beginning. So dig, choose a title. You know, you can read like a brief description of it. You can press play and it'll launch that emulator straight up. Is RetroArch good for Game Boy Color and PS1? Yes. RetroArch is very good with Game Boy Color and PlayStation 1. Oh, I'm not sure why it's trying to reconfigure all that. I must have touched something. Not sure why it's oh, it updated. It updated my RetroArch to 1.9. That's why. Yeah, PlayStation 1 plays really nicely on RetroArch. It also scrapes box arts for you. Which is pretty cool. File could not be loaded. Why? Okay. It worked. I must have chosen the wrong file. Yeah, as the G host mentions, EPSXE I recommend for PlayStation 1. Yeah, EPSXE emulator is great. I think I'm liking it more than FPSE nowadays, even though I recommended FPSE emulator in my video. EPSXE might be a little bit more easier and better emulator to use. Is EPSXE emulator free? No, it's not. What file types do you use for PlayStation 1 games? It varies. Sometimes I use, bin file, bunch of bin files and Q files, right? All those files are necessary. Q files are just text editor, text format file that knows which. Ooh, all right. So as you can see, it's really laggy. It's because it's using like 4x resolution. So let's get out of that and play using EPSXE emulator. It's about $4. Try not to find the correct version of it because you want to help out the developer. And if you don't have money, I think you can work on Google surveys and they will pay you like few cents at a time. And it's not that you don't have to fill out a lot of surveys for $3, so it's worth paying, yeah. So within this emulator, you can set resolution. Right now, it's running 1x as resolution. Oh, it's lagging. Maybe this wasn't a good title to demonstrate this emulator. Yeah, but I didn't finish configuring all these emulators yet because I recently jumped to Android 8.1. So they're not exactly configured right. Can you play games that use Flash? Do you know a website that uses that? I can try to go to it and see if it runs. So if you have $10 to spend, I don't recommend buying Game Boy Advance paid emulators because you can use free version of emulators, which is My Boy emulator and My Boy old emulator for GBC and GBA games, or you can also use RetroArch for that. So don't need to use that. Only paid emulator you should get is maybe PlayStation, but PlayStation 1 still runs great on RetroArch, so you don't really need that. So Drastic is the only emulator that is paid and not available on RetroArch. So Drastic is definitely recommended to purchase. So Drastic is worth getting it. And maybe PlayStation 1. That's about it. Oh, that was terrible. Terrible jump. Yeah. And this is a Nintendo DS emulator, and you can just switch back and forth between two screens. Yeah, Drastic runs really well. And I currently have HD texture rendering on, so that's why it's looking really sharp. It's even better looking than the original Nintendo DS. Wait, forgot how to enter the menu. Oh, I mapped it wrong. Um, yeah, so I got that website name. It just doesn't let you post a website on the chat, and I can't somehow allow it. I click show, it doesn't let me do it. It says error. But I see it, so I'll try to type that in here. All right, it's going to take me some time. Is there a way to is there like a search term to try this? STL dot dreamerstoday.com. Maybe I can search for dreamers today. Dreamers Mers today. Uh, no, maybe this didn't work. Maybe cartoon. Oh no. Tune. You know, after a while, you get really good at these touch control. Uh, would this be it? If you look up Cartoon Network Summer Resort, this is it. Is this it? Is this it? I'm in the different website. I'll type out the front part of the website. It shouldn't be that bad. So it's stl dot dream dreamer today dot com. Hopefully that was sufficient. The ghost says, I know select is used on some consoles, but I map all my menus to select and move select. I guess what you mean is that you map the menu button to be select. But select is used in the game. My favorite Pokemon? That's a hard one. Skarmory. Skarmory was my favorite one. The reason why Skarmory was my favorite Pokemon was because I was playing Emerald, and I got shiny Skarmory, and I thought that was really cool, and I just kept it. I leveled it up to 100. I did all the EP farming and stuff, and I got it to like a perfect Skarmory, shiny Skarmory. That's why I think I like that Pokemon. Should I try zombo.com? I hope you guys are not leading me into some shady website. Trico? That's a nice Pokemon. This is promising. Oh, Gengar, yeah. Gengar is pretty rad. And it's one of the, harder Pokemon to have, right? Because you have to trade. So is it? Yeah, you have to trade in order to evolve into a Gengar, right? Man, I don't like that Octopus is running in the background. It looks like Zombo is not working. It's not working. That's the whole website? Oh, okay. Flash games. So I should be able to find something here, right? Flash games, play flash games. Armor games have some flash games. Wait, that's the wrong website. Flash is no longer supported as of December 31st. Oh yeah, I read up some news like that. Oh no, we're back to Zombo. Flash games. Oh, do you use developer options? You can make background process basically use no process bar. Yeah, I set that on in the toolbox, but for the purposes of this stream, I allowed games from running in the background, so I can just jump back and forth between the apps, and also when you download from Google Play Store, I have to have at least one process to run on the background, otherwise the download doesn't work. So I enabled it. So this should work if I press that. Yeah, now it works. What should we try? Soda Dungeon? It just opens up the App Store. That wasn't it. So that was just the developer website. This too. Yeah, this is not a Flash game website. Play DOS online. This is a pretty rad website where it allows you to play DOS games on the website. This should work. But we won't be able to use a keyboard, so it's not going to be playable. But if you're on your desktop, you should be able to play this. The hell? Is it running? It's not running. Either this device doesn't have enough memory. Google Chrome is actually uses a lot of memory. Okay. Yeah, they're not working. Do you guys have Golden X Classic app downloaded on your Retroid Pocket 2? Then you can play with me right now. So try downloading this app on your phone or your Retroid Pocket 2. I'm going to host, and I'll provide the key so you guys can join the game. We'll play Golden X1. All right, this is the room code. Yeah, Golden X AXE. It spells AXE. Classic. And it's by Sega on Google Play Store. So that's the room code. And just for you guys, just click join host and type in the code here. Yeah, even if you know the Retroid Pocket 2 has R3L3, you won't be able to play COD Mobile because that game is not available for download on the Google Play Store, and also the device isn't strong enough. It's not powerful enough to run that game. Because it's not really about the controller, because you can pair a Bluetooth controller and you should have all the controllers. Because this is an Android device, you can pair up Xbox controller or PlayStation 3 controller, PlayStation 4 controller, and it should work. So lack of buttons can be accommodated by that, but the device isn't strong enough. I never tried this. I thought it would be pretty cool to try this on live stream. Can you play COC? What's a COC? Yeah, I have SN30 Pro Plus with the phone mount. So this fits perfectly on the phone mount. So is anyone joining this game? Okay. I didn't want to just blindly wait. The Forsaken 30 says, is that your age, by the way? What do you think is the deal with random frame drops that I get in RetroArch? I don't know. Do you experience that in on entry? While we wait for this, let me just hop into RetroArch and see if I have any frame drops. Does Super Mario 64 DS work? Yeah, definitely. It actually works better than the regular N64 on Lupin 64. Yeah, I don't have any frame drops. Oh, I do have a frame drop there, but I think that has to do with loading the images, the album arts. Is that what you're talking about? Most things you play arcade or PXX? I'm not sure. I didn't experience something. I didn't really experience lag. Will it run Clash of Clans? I think so. I don't see why not. So if any of you guys downloaded the classic Sega app for Golden X, let me know, and then I'll just jump right back in. Golden X works on Android 6.0 too. So it seems to be working fine right now. No frame drops. Maybe it has to do with the game, maybe. Is there any way that Mortal Kombat 2 Arcade runs at 60 frames per second? Um, let's find out. So, Medieval 2 is working fine. Let me check if I have that game. Mortal Kombat 2, right? Let me open MAME for Joy and see if I have that here. Model Combat. I don't have that. Yeah. Sucks that I can't try it right now. But just keep in mind that a lot of the arcade games don't run well. Especially like games like Golden Axe, The Revenge of the Death Eater. I wanted to play this game, but it's so laggy. See, Revenge of the Death Eater doesn't play nicely because it's the 32-bit system. Yeah. And this game doesn't run well. Can you try Dig with a lot of album arts? I want to see if it's snappy. Yeah, I have a full ROM set for GBA, GB, and GBC, and SNES. So I should be a good example. So for Super Nintendo, let's see if it's snappy. Is this snappy enough? Yeah, I'll go back to that app just in a sec. It's pretty snappy, I think. It doesn't have all the right album arts. All right, let me go back to the app. I think it's because the game probably closed off. So let me get that code again. You know, I wish they have a 4-player game. That would be crazy. That would be really fun. I'll find something later, maybe in a different live stream. I'll see if we can find a 4-player game and maybe play Netplay over RetroArch or something. All right, so try to type this code now and see if that works. Or maybe do I maybe let me see. Let me click this and find out how to play. So please make sure that you and your friends are connected to the same. Oh. Oh no. We have to be in the same Wi-Fi network. Ah, okay, that sucks. Sorry guys for hyping up and just to tell you that this is not gonna work. Unfortunately, this doesn't work over the internet. But what we can do is a Netplay using maybe EPSX. Does that emulator have that? Let me check. There's gotta be a game here that allows Netplay. Yeah. I never tried it. Is it true? JR says, is it true you can brick these? I think so. I think there were plenty of people who bricked this device. I didn't know it was possible because I thought this is not like PSP, you know, this is just open Android system. So I thought you could just refresh it as many times as possible. But according to some people, it's possible. It sounds like. Do you guys have arcade games? What's a good game to play? Let's try. Well, Among Us is, yeah, but people have to download Among Us, so I don't wanna I don't wanna have people download the games. Street Fighter? Okay. Do you guys have arcade games? Mario Kart. That sounds like that sounds good. Wait, do we have a standalone emulator that plays uh I'll try this. Wait, I think GBA emulator has it. My boy. This is one of the gripe about playing on My Boy. Like there's really no easy way to skip to the next letter. I'm not on Discord right now. Although it's on, I should be able to get on. But seeing that it's already 12, I might have to leave soon. But I want to try to get to see if this works at all. What you're seeing right now on screen is a full ROM set of GBA. Okay, sorry. Oh, wait, I'm already on S. I was trying to get to M for Mario Kart. Oh no, maybe I should do Super Street Fighter. Street Fighter. Street Fighter. Street ST. Almost there. Street Fighter. Where's my Street Fighter 2? Oh, there it is. Wait, Street Fighter 2? Turbo Revival? Is that the right game? Link remote. Link local. That doesn't sound right. Where is Netplay? I remember there is Netplay option. Yeah, G-Host is right. It's not like I play all of these games. I only put the I actually have a separate SD card just for my favorite games because it loads a lot faster, but I had to get the full ROM set in order to test out all the ROMs that people request. Does MAME have Netplay option? Oh, it does. Start game, join peer game, disconnect, join peer game. I can't host. We can't discuss about the full ROM sets openly, but if you email me, I can direct you and try to pick the games that you already own from the full ROM set. So they provide an SD card with the ROMs in there. It's that is your question. Um, so Retroid Pocket 2 comes with pre-installed ROMs that are only available on Retroid OS. So if you want to play games over at Android side, you can't play them. You have to download your own ROMs and get it somehow. So all the Retroid OS games, they're encrypted, so they're only available to be played on Retroid OS. Does GBA have an option to play Netplay? No, I don't think so. Yeah, so basically, if you want to download the full ROM set, torrenting is one of the ways, and you should be able to just go to Google and type that in. It should be very easy to find it. Just type in like full ROM set, should be able to find it pretty easily. Street Fighter Champion Edition. Uh-oh, my RetroArch. Oh, okay. I thought it froze. Alright, so let me check if... Not sure how to do the Wi-Fi. Oh, host? Is that how to do it? Connect to Netplay host. Network. Configure server and network settings. I've never touched this option before. So let me start hosting. It crashed. Let me try it again. Host, start Netplay host. Netplay will start when content is loaded. Okay, let's load Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. Oh, yeah, don't try to get PlayStation 1 full ROM set. I don't think it's gonna be very big. So you have joined as player 1. Wait, that was too fast. How do I get the IP address and stuff? Uh, publicly announce Netplay. Whether to announce game publicly. Use relay server, server password. Password is 1. Server. Is there a lobby? How do I check my server address? Whoa, what is this? So I guess this is everyone. That must be me, no? Yeah, that's me. Internet Anonymous US. It's running MAME Street Fighter 2 CE. Yeah, that must be me. So pick that. Couldn't find a suitable core content file. Load manually. So you would have to load the core first and then join me. Meanwhile, I'll just enjoy the game. And I'll probably stay on until maybe 12:30 and we'll call it a day. So if anyone can join, you can join. If not, I'll just play Street Fighter 2 until then. Oof. No, this is not the right core. It's very laggy. Ah, no, forget this. I don't think I selected the right core. Um, I'll try to figure out how to properly set Netplay on RetroArch, and I'll do it properly in the next stream. Meanwhile, I wanted to try Critical Ops. Somebody asked me if this game can be played, and I was curious too. I never ran it yet. I downloaded it. I didn't run it yet. Yeah, my favorite is Tekken 5 on PSP. I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, I used to when I was little, but not anymore. Someone asked me to download Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links and see if it runs. That's why I have it on the screen. Oh, why is it so blurry? The game looks really blurry right now. It's not the stream, it's actually the game being blurry right now. I probably should update these apps some other time. Don't want to wait. Don't want to have you guys waiting. Um, Gonna try PlayStation, PSP. If you have, old PSP lying around and have old save file, you can transfer it over to Retroid Pocket 2. Wait, let me check the setting. It seems everything's set up correctly. I think it's just this map that's lagging. Good night. Good night, Thompson. Hey, if you haven't joined the Retroid handhelds Discord channel, I suggest joining that. They have a very good community, fun community. I also try to be active on that channel too. Seems like a good community to be around. Whoa. Uh-oh. What's up, Carbo? I'm about to end my stream, but I'm gonna stay on until maybe 12:30. You have a question? Go ahead. Shoot. I'm fighting Samuel now. Oh no. Have you ever played Octodad? That sounds familiar. Where did I hear that from? What's a Octodad? Why does that term very familiar? Can you play the games in their SD card in any other emulator? Wait, could you elaborate? What do you mean? Is that one of the Steam game? Where is where is that? What game is that? Is that an Android game? Yeah, the ROMs can stay in the SD card if that's what you're asking, and have the Android point to that directory. So for example, I don't know which emulator you're trying from, but let's say you're on PPSPP emulator and you go over to game. Just click that arrow button until like you're all the way to storage and look for SD card 1. And then find your folders. So Anshul says, I meant the games which come in SD card they provided. Oh, that's what you mean. No, you can't. Retroid OS games can only be played on Retroid OS because they're encrypted. They're not regular ROM files. Yeah, I've never played Octodad before. I think I've seen a streamer playing it on YouTube. I think that's why I heard of that term. So I'll show you what I mean. If you go to your SD card and go to games folder, this is your data key that allows you to access the Retroid OS. And also if you go over to data, you'll see a bunch of encrypted folders. These are all your ROM files, and you can't use this on your regular emulators on Android. These are only available to be played on Retroid OS. So is there any way to change the game names on Retroid OS? I haven't been on Retroid OS for a long time. Let me boot into it. So find that Retroid OS. Where is that? So Shiva asks, can I buy a Retroid Pocket 2 in India? You can't get it from the actual official website because last time I checked, the website says they can't deliver it to India or something. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. But if you buy it from Amazon, I suppose you can. So we're over at Retroid Pocket 2. And you wanted to know if we can change the name of the game, right? Let's see, home. Enter game setting. Edit game, not favorite list. Edit game list. Ridge Racer. You can hide them, but I don't think you can change the name. Handheld settings. Vice City Stories from the game market. I don't think it's there. Grand Grand Theft Auto 2 for PlayStation 1. GBA Grand Theft Auto. I don't see any PSP Grand Theft Auto. But I don't recommend using this OS at all. They're all the key mappings wrong, so you have to reconfigure them. And also downloading speed is super slow. So if you want to play games that are already like, you know, pre-installed, that might be worth it because you have all these nice video playback and easy, you know, pick up and play. In that sense, this might be a good way to play arcade games. Best way to play Vice City, Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories is to download Android port of it. Because that plays very nicely on Android port. What is going on? Why am I so small? Are are you guys seeing this? What in the world? Why am I so small? Is this part of the game? Or is this some kind of a hack? Yeah, there is a video by Retro Game Corps. I use that to update mine. And he's done that video so well. I don't think like there's a point for me to make one. I found that turning Wi-Fi off on Retroid can improve gaming performance. That is correct. Someone told me that too, and I tried it, and it seems to help, but not by that much. So on YouTube, just type for Android Retroid Pocket 2 Android 8.1 install guide by Retro Game Corps for the 8.1 installation. And consider joining the Retroid community Discord channel. Let me put a link in the chat. So that's the Discord channel. If you guys want to join that and get some technical assistance, And if you guys have any questions regarding this, and we get like direct messages from, I mean, I said we, but it's not we. People from Retroid Discord channel. That channel has direct I can't say it, communication with the Retroid team, the developers. So that's the best way to get the news about Retroid Pocket 2. Any link for update on my Retroid? Link for update? The best way is to follow that YouTube video that I just mentioned. The Android installation guide for Retroid Pocket 2 for Android 8.1 by Retro Game Corp. He has all the links in the video description. You can also join the Discord channel. That's where everybody got the files from, and go to firmware chat, and you should be able to find the files. I wonder how to hide some of these apps. Zoom. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to set up Pegasus. This launcher looks really nice. No, I think I'm gonna go. 12:30 is getting late. I gotta sleep for my work tomorrow. So I will continue my stream. I don't know if I would stream tomorrow. If I have time, maybe. But I will continue to stream, whether it be tomorrow or the next day. So thank you guys for watching, and if you guys have any questions, just leave it in the comments section, and people can help you. I can help you if I know how to. And consider joining the Discord channel, and I'll also leave the community wiki page on the chat, so you guys can refer to that. It has most of the answers to your questions. So with that being said, I'll end the stream now. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.